Hi, my name is Pamela Roberts, and I'm the 4-H coordinator in Jefferson County, Washington, and I'm going to share some information with you today about an exciting initiative called 4-H Network News. We started this project about 4 years ago. I was working with a WSU Learning Center colleague, Robert Force, and we were using technology as a hook to engage our teens. And about 4 years later, this crazy guy comes in my office named Jack Olmstead. In fact, Jack is over here. Let's see what he's up to today. Jack, what are you doing?
Hi, Pam. Well, right now I am writing some correspondence back to Sanyo Energy. They donated some batteries to us for our new digital cameras we bought at Christmas time. I'm also looking over the Seattle PI new Seattle Pics section. We are contributing photos to the youth area, and we actually talked to them about creating one just for 4-H, and they did that for us just last week. And this morning I got an email from Rob Kirtley. He's the vice president of the Washington Post and Newsweek Interactive, and we are in the process of developing a relationship on the East Coast now.
That's exciting and pretty typical of our conversations on a daily basis, because Jack brings an incredible business sense to this team. Well, I'd like to share a first video with you. This is one of the first videos that we produced. It's called Bunny Olympics, and it's featuring our 4-H volunteer leader, Cheryl Raffith, working with about 75 kids in a bunny competition. But I just think it's a wonderful example of how we take the wonderful educational programming that 4-H produces for our country, for our county, and brings it to the public eye. So here we are on our website, 4-H Network News blog, and if I scroll down, here we go.
Welcome to Bunny Olympics. I'm Cheryl, and I lead Wiggle Tail's Rabbit Project this year, and I have done rabbits in my life for 17, 18 years on my own, and I've taught 4-H for, I think it's 15 now. Today we're having a big show, and there are 5 counties represented today, and 72 kids have registered. And it's truly a learning show in preparation for fair and state fair and showing.
So that was an excerpt, and you can see the entirety of these films at the end of this DVD. But you know, the incredible thing is that our blog, 4-H Network News, has over 400 posts that you can access online. Now, this next documentation that we would like to show you has encouraged an incredible partnership in 4-H. The Gates Foundation, in collaboration with the Taylor Shellfish Farms oyster business on Quill Hood Canal, is partnering with a 4-H club and has actually established a student-run business called Big Quill Enterprises. And featured in this film is Liz Hodson, who is the president of Big Quill. So here she is, sharing some thoughts.
I'm like fascinated by oysters because they are a huge part of where I have grown up and where I come from. And I grew up on that beach right over there with the blue house, and my entire life we've spent out there on the beach in this amazing environment. We have like 1 in 3 of the best places to grow oysters in the world.
And that was Big Quill. And remember, you can see the entirety of that film when you get to the end of this DVD. This next video features Claire Turner, an 8-year-old 4-H news reporter, interviewing the governor of Washington State. Imagine giving kids a window to a wider world.
Are you excited about having the Capitol Christmas tree from Washington this year?
Claire, I think this is just great. I mean, we're going to share with the entire country one of the finest trees that we have in Washington State, so they can see just how gorgeous Washington State is and what we have in terms of our natural beauty. So aren't you excited too, Claire?
Claire is a wonderful 4-H reporter. She stayed up till 2 in the morning that night and came with a list of 40 questions. This next video features a partnership between 4-H and Washington State University Extension at an exciting event in Seattle called WSU at Pike Place Market. And at this event, researchers from the university came and shared what they were doing with their community partners in the field. It was a great partnership with 4-H Network News, being there as a member of the Extension family and documenting this exciting event.
This is Rich Hines with WSU Extension. I'm pleased to welcome everybody to WSU at Pike Place Market. This is an exciting event that we're having here this evening where we're bringing together WSU faculty members, the researchers, and the extension professionals with the people from communities who they work with to make our state better, to improve our quality of life, to bring us fresh local food, and to protect our water quality and our environment. And we're just so pleased that you're here with us tonight, and we hope you have a wonderful time.
Hi, this is Sophie Gilbert with 4-H Network News, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Linda Fox, the Dean and Director of Washington State University Extension. We're here at the Pike Place Market for a first-time event showcasing the excellence of the research and extension programs of Washington State University, the College of Agriculture, Human and Natural Resource Sciences, and WSU Extension. All around me, you hear the hubbub of the partners who are beneficiaries of our work, and they're meeting and talking with the fine faculty and staff of our programs. Some of the programs we showcase include the 4-H program like yours.
Thank you.
I was talking earlier about giving youth a window to a wider world, and there's no better example than the relationship that the Center to Bridge the Digital Divide has built with the Rwandan people.
What I've been doing is I've been learning a lot from what they're teaching us here in America. And we've learned a lot of things that I think are important to improve the technology in my country, and which would help to develop the country for all of us, because that's what we all need. And I think we should, when we get back home, we should help everyone else know what we've been learning and let them increase a bit of their knowledge.
From global to local. I was chatting with a community member about our local newspaper editor, Scott Wilson, and I was surprised to find that she had never seen him before. So in this next video segment, our own WSU Jefferson County Extension Director, Catherine Burrell, interviews Scott.
Hi, this is Catherine Burrell at Washington State University with 4-H News today on May 6th. And with me is Scott Wilson, who's the editor of The Leader, right?
I've been involved in ownership for about 17, 18 years. I've been the owner for about 5, 6.
And one of the new things you did was put 4-H News on your webpage. Tell us what you were thinking about that.
Well, it's been fabulous to have 4-H News live video, or not live, but video clips on the website. A lot of people are checking them out. It's kind of expanded what we can do on a website to include video, which of course newspapers have never done. So it's really popular. I love it, and I'm really excited about it.
CNN and the Port Townsend Leader, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. How about 4-H and the Port Townsend Leader?
Sounds pretty good.
Doing CNN, no.
Pretty good. Why did you reach out to a youth group like 4-H? What was your thought?
Well, I think the idea came to us from 4-H and WSU, so I want to give credit where it belongs on that. But, you know, we love both having young people involved in the media, and we, like I say, we love having video on the website, so it's worked out really well for us as well.
Getting involved in video production is really exciting because there's hardly a day that goes by that you don't see something that you want to film. For instance, I have a neighbor who has some trees being cut on his property, and there was a man there, Jerry Welch, who was reclaiming an old cedar stump and turning it into shingles. And I could see the historical significance of this, especially in a community like Quilcene that used to be based primarily economically on forest industries, and they're now transitioning into a broader 21st century skill base.
Cedar rat.
You're a cedar rat.
That's what they're known as, cedar rats. Shake rats, cedar rats, oh, it's all the same term.
And the process of what you're doing?
Bolt cutter.
A bolt cutter. So you're a cedar rat that is involved in bolt cutting.
Cutting shingle bolts and shake bolts, yes. Quilcene used to have, I think, 2 shingle mills. Every town around here had shingle mills. It was as big an industry as logging almost. Well, this part was all done by hand.
It was.
Yeah.
Port Townsend, Washington built a wonderful, beautiful skateboard park for the kids in the community, and they invited Peggy Okie, who is the only female member of the Zephyr team, to come and really help them celebrate this event. And it was a perfect venue for 4-H Network News kids to get in there and capture the moment for the community.
Yeah, there's a girl from the Zephyr team named Peggy Okie. She's the only girl skater on the Zephyr team. So she's gonna come here for the contest, and she should be here like any minute.
Jim Anderson here at the Port Townsend Skate Park. We're having the Girls Rock Skate Jam, first one of its kind here in Port Townsend. We've got Peggy Okie as our featured skater. The accomplishment we're trying to get across here is more girl skaters. We're trying to get girls out here, and Peggy's a great skater from Dogtown back in the day, and she's here to inspire some girls to skate.
So you've had a taste of 4-H Network News and seen a few of the over 400 videos we produced just this year. I hope that you can visit our blog to see more. One question that arises in this is, can I afford to do this in my community? And I'd like you to talk to Robert Force with the WSU Learning Center to give you information about that. And he's the man behind the camera.
Okay, and I've got another person helping me. How do you get a camera inside a camera? There's Chris Rakes. So bring it back to you, Pamela. There we go. That way I've got a good ending shot, and I can tell you now that the technology is readily within the grasp of just about anyone. A standard camera these days can run as little as $250 to, let's say, $500. The ones that we have here are slightly higher than that, but not much. And they're filming now in an HD format, which means that the information that people record on these is archivable for future generations. And that's a very important part, I think, that Pam's program has certainly underscored for the rest of us. Another thing to know is that your regular still camera these days is also being produced so that they also take movies. So you can take 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of movies depending on what kind of memory chip that you have inside of it. So these little memory chips now are capable of holding sometimes up to 8 gigs, and that translates to about 45 minutes of video right off of your video still camera. Finally, sound production is really a good way to tie together what we hear with our ears helps us really believe and get into what it is that is going on in terms of the video. These wireless transmitters cost about $100, maybe $125. And so $125 for a good wireless transmitter, a $200 to $500 camera, a little bit of time, a computer to download this on. We use Macintosh computers here at the Learning Center, about $1,100 with the program. It can be done with iMovie, which is about a $30 program. And same thing is true for your PCs. Your PCs also have compatible programs that do this download. What about upload? These services, such as YouTube and the ones that 4-H is using, is a free service. So imagine you're able to buy in for less than $1,000, empower the people in your community, challenge your youth to rise to this technology, not that they need that much of a challenge, just give them a chance to put their hands on it and they're ready to go. So, back to you, Pam.
This is a wonderful initiative to engage your youth. We are here to help in Jefferson County, and you can call us anytime, but remember, your greatest resource is your 4-H youth.